Hey friends, I'm going to use this little 3x5 board to make a little wall pocket. So I'm going to drill my holes and then I'm going to give it a coat of Waverly plaster chalk paint. I used some burnt umber on the back to stain the back of it so it wouldn't look like it was not finished. So after that I dried it really good, and then I'm taking my little spatula and I'm using Waverly Fawn, and I'm just going to scrape that around on my board to give it a distressed look or chippy look, whatever you want to call it. Once I finish doing this, I'm going to set it to the side and I'm going to use some fabric to make a little label. I'm using this lavender stencil. It's one in a set of spring random words that I have. I'm using that same fawn shade to stencil on my word, and then once I'm done with the stenciling, I take my little eyeliner brush and I'm going back over those bridges to connect the bridges. And I think this little sign or little label for the front is going to be so cute. Next, I make sure that this is dry, and then I'm going to use the dark sealing wax and I'm going to go around the edge and just distress the edge of my little label. And as always, I love using this stuff. I think that it makes projects look really cute. It's optional. You don't have to do this if it's not your thing. Some people don't like the grungy look, and that's okay. We're all different, right? So after I'm done doing this, I'm going to build my little pocket. I'm going to use burlap underneath the label, and I'm going to use little tacks to tack it down. When you do this, make sure that you bubble up the middle so you're making an actual pocket to put things in. I decided to stop and add my hanger at this point, and I just used some rebar wire for this, and I cut it off the way I wanted it and fashioned it in little circles, and that's how I do most of my hangers, just really basic. And then after that, I tack down the top of the pocket. This was simple and easy, and since the bottom of the pocket is open, I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and put that there to close up the bottom of the pocket. And it's okay if it's a little wrinkled. I think it gives it a little bit of character. Now I'm taking some Spanish moss and lavender to put that inside, completing my pocket. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching.